it is simple amino acid, non-essential amino acid, optically inactive amino acid. Why? Because it does not contain any chiral carbon. So it does not contain any chiral carbon. That's why it is symmetric carbon atom amino acid. So here you can see though two hydrogen are same in the carbon, which is central carbon. So it is not chiral carbon. Two similar group, two H group make an asymmetric carbon atom. So glycine is actively involved in the synthesis of many specialized products like heme, purine, and creatinine. That's why I am saying that it is very, very important in metabolism. Required for the synthesis of serine and glucose. Serine amino acid is very important amino acid which involved in the post translational modification through phosphorylation and dephosphorylation. Involved in one carbon metabolism. Hope we will see in the next slides. Glycine is the most abundant amino acid, normally excreted in urine, around 0.5 to 1 gram per gram creatinine. That is huge amount. Because creatinine is formed from glycine, that's why it is saying that 0.5 to 1 gram per gram creatinine. It is non-essential amino acid, glucogenic amino acid. Glycine is one of the among the commonest amino acid found in protein structure. If you see the structure of collagen, it contains around 30% of glycine residue. Mean after every third residue of collagen is made up of glycine. So glycine is mostly present in the interior structure of protein. Here you can see glycine can make protein. Glycine can obtain from protein. Glycine can be obtained from serine, and it can be changed into ammonia and urea and carbon dioxide. Ammonia can make also can make glycine. Glycine can change into serine and serine change into pyruvate by serine dehydratase, and then it can change into glucose. So glycine help in the formation of choline, glyoxylate. Oxalate can be produced from the glycine. Creatine can be produced from the glycine. Carbon 4, 5, and 9 nitrogen atom of purine ring comes from the glycine. Amino levulinic acid of heme comes from glycine. Glutathione comes from glycine. Bile salt comes from glycine, glycolic acid, and glycodeoxycholic acid. Conjugation later conjugate with benzoic acid to produce hipporic acid. So, synthesis of glycine. Glycine is synthesized from serine, from threonine, from carbon dioxide, ammonia, from glyoxylate. First of all, we will see the synthesis from serine. Serine can be converted into glycine with the help of enzyme serine hydroxymethyl transferase enzyme. It also requires hydroxyl phosphate as a cofactor. So, the methyl group of serine is transferred to the tetrahydrofolate and it is converted into the N-methylene tetrahydrofolate. And one molecule of NADH is also used to produce water and serine change into glycine. So here you can see the methyl group of serine change into N-methylene tetrahydrofolate and glycine is produced. So hydroxyl group is given to these two protons that will change into water and NADH is produced. So this reaction is reversible. Serine can be converted into glycine, and glycine can be converted into serine. Glycine can be obtained from threonine catalyzed by the threonine aldolase enzyme. Threonine aldolase enzyme, which belongs to the class lyase, converted into glycine and acetaldehyde. Here you can see the formation of glycine from carbon dioxide and ammonia, and you can see carbon dioxide and ammonia change into glycine with the help of a glycine synthetase complex, which is also required pyridoxal phosphate. So here one molecule of NADH is also used. So N-methylene tetrahydrofolate is changed into tetrahydrofolate, and carbon dioxide and ammonia change into glycine. Glyoxylate combined with glutamic acid to produce glycine in the presence of glycine aminotransferase enzyme. Here the amino group is transferred from glutamic acid to glyoxylate, and that glutamic acid is changed into alpha ketoglutarate, and glyoxylate changed into glycine in the presence of a glycine aminotransferase enzyme. Here you can see all the synthetic reaction. Glycine changed into serine. Glycine can be made from carbon dioxide ammonia, and it can also be made from glyoxylate. It is also formed from the threonine. Here we can see the degradation of glycine. Degradation of glycine can be seen. Glycine can be converted to carbon dioxide and ammonia in the presence of glycine synthetase enzyme. It also requires pyridoxal phosphate as a cofactor, and therefore tetrahydrofolate. So here you can see tetrahydrofolate is changed into N-methylene tetrahydrofolate, and one molecule of NAD is also produced. Glycine can be converted into serine by the same enzyme, serine hydroxymethyl transferase, which we have already discussed. This methyl group, which is the part of serine, comes from the N-methylene tetrahydrofolate, and hydroxyl group comes from water, and NADH also provide the proton necessary for serine formation. Serine is degraded to glyoxylate, which undergo transmination to give back to glycine. Here you can see the reversible reaction of serine is degraded to glyoxylate, which undergo transmination to give back the glycine. Glyoxylate is also converted into oxalate, and XVP product and formate enter one carbon pool synthesis. Here you can see it helped in the synthesis of carbon number 4, carbon number 5, and nitrogen atom 7 of purine bases. So glycine is very helpful for the formation of purine. Synthesis of glutathione, glycine is also helpful for the formation of glutathione. Glutathione contains 3 amino acids. One is glutamic acid, next is cysteine, and third one is glycine. Present as a reduced form like GSH, and oxidized form GSSG. So mostly in them work in the reduced state of glutathione, not in the oxidized state of glutathione. Here you can see first of all glutamate and cysteine combine in the presence of gamma glutamyl cysteine synthase, and gamma glutamyl cysteine is produced. As we know, all the synthetic reaction required, almost all synthetic reaction required ATP. So one molecule of ATP is utilized here, and second is utilized here. So gamma glutamyl cysteine will condense with glycine to produce glutathione in the presence of glutathione synthetase enzyme. Conjugation reaction: glycine can be conjugated with cholic acid and chenodeoxycholic acid to produce glycocholic acid and glycocenodeoxycholic acid in the presence of glycocholic acid synthase enzyme and glycocenodeoxycholic acid synthetase enzyme. So these are the bile acid. Then they are converted into bile salt, which cause the emulsification of fat. Benzoic acid is used in small amount as a preservative in foods. Glycine condenses with the benzoic acid to produce hippuric acid. Synthesis of heme glycine also help in the synthesis of heme. Most importantly, an amino acid which is known as aminolevulinic acid. So glycine condenses with the succinyl-CoA to produce aminolevulinate, which is the important portion of heme. So in the presence of aminolevulinic acid synthase. Biosynthesis of creatinine. Creatinine is present in tissue as a high energy compound, phosphocreatinine, and as free creatinine. Three amino acids, glycine, arginine, methionine, are required for creatinine formation. So, glycine is the major component of creatinine. Creatine can be easily changed into creatinine by combination of action. First, creatine change into creatine phosphate in the presence of creatine phosphokinase. Then it is spontaneously changed into creatinine. So glycine, arginine, methionine is required for a creatine formation. Here you can see the synthetic reaction. Firstly, the reaction occurs in the mitochondria of kidney and pancreas. It involves in the transfer of guanidino group of arginine to glycine, catalyzed by the arginine glycine amylase enzyme to produce guanidino acetate. Then second step, as adenosyl methionine provide the methyl group to the guanidino acetate to produce creatine. This reaction occurs in the liver. Step 3, creatine is reversibly phosphorylated to phosphocreatine by creatine kinase. This creatine kinase is very helpful for the diagnosis of myocardial infarction. It is stored in the muscle as a high energy phosphate. It serves as a intermediate store of energy in the muscles. Therefore, the creatine phosphate may be converted into its anhydrate creatinine. Creatinine is very important for the kidney analysis. It is non-enzymatic spontaneous reaction. Creatinine is excreted in urine. So here you can see arginine and glycine contents and guanidino group. This guanidino group is given to glycine in the presence of arginine glycine transmidase enzyme and arginine produced. Guanidino acetate is produced, which condenses with the S-adenosyl methionine in the presence of guanidine acetate methyl transferase, and it produces creatine phosphate. That creatine phosphate is changed into creatinine in non-enzymatic reaction in a muscle. So first reaction occurs in the kidney, second reaction in the liver, and third reaction in the muscles. So this creatinine is secreted in the urine. The clinical important normal serum creatinine level is 0.7 to 1.4 milligram per deciliter, and serum creatinine level is 0.2 to 0.4 milligram per creatine level. This is creatinine and this is creatine level, which is 0.4 to 0.2 to 0.4 milligram per deciliter. Creatinine level in blood is sensitive indicator of renal function. In muscular dystrophies, blood creatinine and urinary creatinine are increased. Similarly, CK2 is elevated in myocardial infarction. Here you can see the creatinine 1 to 2 gram per day and creatine 0 to 50 milligram per day. Creatinine coefficient, male and female, male have higher and female has lower. Creatinine clearance, male 90 to 130 ml per minute. This represents the glomerular filtration rate. Female 80 to 120 ml per minute. Excretion of creatinine is constant for individual depends on the muscle mass. Creatinine clearance minus measure of glomerular filtration rate, which is the important parameter. So cretinuria, increased excretion of creatine in urine, muscular dystrophy is the reason. Then hypogonadism is the reason. Hyperthyroidism, diabetes, mellitus, and starvation is the reason of cretinuria. Glycine also acts as a neurotransmitter. Glycine is seen in the brainstem and spinal cord. Glycine open chloride specific channel. In moderate level of glycine inhibits the neurological traffic, but at high level it causes overexcitement. Glycine as a constituent of a protein. Glycine is seen where the polypeptide chain bend or turns. Mostly glycine and proline comes where the protein can bend and have to take it turn. In collagen, every third amino acid is glycine. Metabolic disorder of glycine, it is due to defect in glycine cleavage system. Glycine level is increased in blood, urine, and cerebrospinal fluid. Several mental retardation and seizure are seen. There is no effective management for glycine. Glycine urea, this is a rare disorder. Serum glycine concentration is normal but very high amount is excreted in urine. It is due to defective renal reabsorption. It is characterized by increased tendency for formation of oxalate renal stone because oxalate are formed in the presence of glycine in a higher amount. If glycine is higher, then the oxalate is also going to high. Urinary oxalate level is also normal in these patients. Primary hyper exaluria, ठीक है, यानी कि exalic status में ज़्यादा आता है. It is due to the protein targeting defect. Normally, the enzyme alanine glyoxylate aminotransferase is located in the peroxisome, but in these patients, the enzyme is present in mitochondria. So the enzyme is inactive. It is characterized by increased urinary oxalate, resulting in oxalate stone. ठीक है, and it will cause the oxalate stone. Deposition of oxalate in the various tissues is observed. The urinary oxalate is the endogenous region and not due to the dietary consumption of oxalate. So, if the level of glycine get increased, the level of oxalate get increased. And if the oxalate never digested, it can make the stone in the kidney. Primary hyper oxaluria is due to the defect in the glycine transminase coupled with the impairment of glyoxylate oxidation to formate. It is a milder condition caused type 2 primary hyperoxaluria. It is a mild condition caused by only urolithiasis result from deficient activity of cytoplasmic glyoxylate reductase. The management is to increase oxalate excretion by increased water intake, minimize dietary intake of oxalate by restricting the intake of leafy vegetable, tea, beef, beet, fruits. Thank God it is ended. It is very large presentation, but it is very useful in our daily life. If you like that video, please